An unconstitutional conspiracy at the highest levels of the Trump administration, led by his Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, has been called out and uncovered by a senior status federal judge, a Republican appointee at that, in Massachusetts, coming off of bombshell hearing in which the Trump administration and its cabinet were scolded in public for one of the most audacious attempts to crush First Amendment expression in an 85-year-old senior status judge's history. In fact, at one point, irony not lost on me, during the lead-in to Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, Judge Young in Massachusetts said that the actions of the Trump administration are akin to when people were paid bounties to chase after newly freed slaves, to re-enslave them and return them to their masters. I'm Michael Popak. We've got your attention. You're on Midas Touch. And on Legal AF, let's talk about Judge Young. Judge Young is a part of a team of senior status judges who are in their late 70s and 80s who are defending democracy every day, like Judge Breyer in San Francisco, who issued his ruling about Donald Trump's violation of the Posse Comitatus Act and the National Guard in California, stopping Donald Trump in his tracks. Or Judge Coffenor up in Seattle, who issued the first birthright citizenship decision that kicked off the whole protection of our 14th Amendment rights to be born in this country and recognized as an American. And now Judge Young, who has been chastised by the United States Supreme Court, who said he was defiant because he didn't follow a prior order of theirs as precedent. He shrugged his shoulders and said, defiant? He basically said, I'm an 85-year-old senior status judge. It was not my intention to be defiant. I just didn't understand your ruling about Donald Trump cutting off funding to be such a precedent based on the emergency docket. And now he has in front of him students and professors who are here on student visas and or on green cards who are protesting Donald Trump's foreign policy and policy related to Israel and the Palestinian people. And so he was effectively jailing Palestinian protesters on college campuses, not committing crimes, just committing First Amendment freedom of expression, which you enjoy even if you are not an American citizen. Anyone on U.S. soil enjoys First Amendment and constitutional protections. They're not terrorist sympathizers that need to be expelled. If you can believe it, and I know you can, the Trump administration spokespeople even went so far as to call for the expulsion or deportation of Judge Young for having ruled against the democratically appointed president. Yeah, it's gotten that bad. Have a seat. Let me read to you from this is just a hearing now about what should the remedy be. This judge already found that the Trump administration committed serious conspiratorial acts of First Amendment abuse against the rights of these people to speak out freely. Instead, they were taken off the streets. They were disappeared into ICE detention facilities. Sound familiar? Where